Well, I'll tell you where they're not going to be firing their coach anytime soon, Shane, and that's on old Rocky Top because Tennessee went on the road, beat Kentucky 45-42 in a game that featured one punt and just nonstop. I think it was something like over 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards nearly of total offense. This thing was just back and forth. Will Levis and Hendon Hooker look like All-Americans. It turns out Hendon Hooker can't play in the cold, Shane. 4 touchdowns, 316 yards. Will Levis had 372, 3 touchdowns. But, of course, the crucial interception that was returned for a touchdown by Alontae Taylor. That play, and right before half, Shane, when Mark Stoops got a little greedy, he tried to secure some points there right before halftime, and who could blame him because they were playing so well on offense. But when you don't get it done, you turn it over on downs, and Tennessee quickly finds a way to add a cheap 3 points. I mean, that was literally the difference in the game. Josh Heupel outcoached Mark Stoops in that scenario, and man, again, I believe Stoops is 2-7 now against Tennessee. They've lost something insane, like 35 of 37 in this series. And so all that momentum Kentucky had just has been destroyed with 3 straight losses. And I think even though you know there was so much hype around the Georgia game, this has got to be the one that hurts those fans the most, don't you think?
Golly, Mike, you know it does, because I always like to say, well, if it would have ended different, if they would have completed a touchdown there at the end, then I would have been like, damn, Kentucky played great, Mike. They got back to what they do, and that's running the ball. And anybody that watched this game, I mean, you got a full dose of Kentucky offense because it felt like they were on the field the entire time. In fact, they were on there, 46 minutes? I mean, it was insane how efficient this offense was. You always felt like Tennessee was going to be able to move the ball. They were always going to be able to strike just as good as Kentucky's offense was playing. Their defense was on the opposite end of that spectrum, Mike. They let way too many big plays go from Tennessee Volunteers, and then you could look over at Tennessee. They just were not able, even when they had 8-9 in the box, you just could not stop them. As soon as you got Rodriguez taken care of, here comes Smoke. As soon as you got Smoke taken care of, there's Will around the end. It's just these guys were efficient, and they were playing Kentucky football, and that opened up play action, that opened up the passing routes. It was just offense A+ all the way down. And it, I get it. The very end, there's going to be a lot of controversy about the face mask and Stoops yelling, but the fact of the matter is it was 4th and 24 and you completed it. You want to hear some yelling? I'm surprised my neighbors didn't call the cops when they got that. I was so damn mad when they got that first time. I'm like, how do you leave somebody wide open on the side? But needless to say, you had an opportunity to tie this game. You had an opportunity to win this game. And I don't want to take anything away from Kentucky because I'm going to tell you, those boys, they fought their asses off, man. Tennessee just happened to have the last possession, and that's what this game was. It almost felt like that going into the half when we got that little chip shot 3-point that we really needed, man. It almost felt like whoever has the ball last in this game is going to be the winner, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Tennessee didn't get many stops, like you said, Shane. Kentucky was 12 of 17 on third downs, which is incredible, but here's where the key, man. Fourth down. Kentucky was only 1 of 4. So Tennessee did get some stops when they needed it. Again, they got the big pick six. Alontae Taylor, he was the one that, made the bold talk during the week. So he had to back it up, and he did. He'll end his Tennessee career victorious over the Kentucky Wildcats. And right now, Kentucky's still ahead of the Volunteers in the SEC standings, but I don't know. It certainly feels like Tennessee has kept Kentucky underneath them yet again, and this was a season that was looking like a New Year's Six type bowl was in Kentucky's fate. Now I gotta be concerned, Shane, that they'll be able to finish strong after 3 straight losses. And where would this offense be, Shane, without Wan'Dale Robinson? My goodness, 18 targets. What do you have? 13 catches, 166 and a touchdown. He was incredible. But this is the problem when you only got one main target on the outside. That is something that has kind of haunted Kentucky. I know Josh Ali is a good player, but he didn't 7 catches, 74. Normally that's a good day, Shade. I mean, there's about 6 receivers on the field that had more yards than that in this one. But, man, what an exciting game. And it kind of goes back to that text that I shared earlier. I mean, this thing, it was flip a coin, just kind of like I thought it would be. And one play here, one play there. Either team could have won it. Not a lot of separation between these two. But it's rare to get a road victory here in the SEC. And Tennessee got it done, Shane. And now you're sitting here, you're looking at 7 possible win regular season. How could you, ask for anything more in Josh Heupel's first season when he's working with like 70 scholarship players?
Yeah, man, because this isn't a pushover Kentucky team, man. I'm telling you, this is a stout ball club. They're going to win out. They got 3 games coming up. Vanderbilt, that's a pushover. New Mexico State, yeah, that's a victory. And then, of course, their little brother, Louisville, up there. So that's going to be a closed-out season. There was a real shot at the end of this season that Kentucky could be a one-loss program. I mean, you factor in the toughest game they had, Georgia Bulldogs. Ain't a lot of people going to be able to compete with the Georgia Bulldogs. So that's my biggest thing was the fact that Tennessee went up there into hostile territory because you look at that Florida game, that place can get loud, that place can get rowdy, and it caught Tennessee a few times. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they went to hostile territory and they capitalized. I'm telling you, Hooker came out, man, throwing the ball. I mean, just throwing dimes. It didn't matter what was going on. He found the wide open receiver, and he made big plays when we needed it. I think one of the most crucial ones and ones that we're probably not talking about is the mobility. Right. There was a couple of big third down games. We were able to get Hooker a first down because of his legs. So I don't know, just the maturity of this ball club, these receivers that have emerged. We've got something special on that side of the ball. And if you're a Tennessee Vol fan, you're excited because we're young and we got a bright future. We got a coach we love. But again, I don't want to take away from Kentucky. Kentucky lost this game, but hell, you play this game 5 times, Mike. I cannot tell you who's going to win it each time.
Right.
So this was a coin toss, and it was these teams. It was just a deadlock even match, and thank God we just had the ball last.
Yeah, but if I'm a Kentucky fan, Shane, I'm definitely concerned about this defense. I mean, that's supposed to be Mark Stoops' strength. They got Brad White, one of the most respected defensive coordinators in the SEC, and we just got torched. And with big play after big play after big play, and I mean, I thought every time Tennessee had the ball, they were going to score. I mean, of course, I thought the same thing about Kentucky every time they had the ball. But I think that just, I didn't expect it to be quite like that, but I thought Kentucky would have success against the Vols, whereas this defense has got to turn it around for Kentucky. I expect a lot better from Mark Stoops' defense.
Dude, it felt like mistakes, right? Who made the mistakes? Mm-hmm. So that pick 6, the biggest mistake of the night. If that didn't happen, Mark Stoops maybe being a little aggressive there at the half, leaving Tennessee some time to get down there and get a field goal, mistake. You know what I'm saying? So, there was some crucial mistakes that Kentucky made and put themselves in this situation. But, again, I'm not convinced that Tennessee is just that much better than Kentucky. It's just we made less mistakes.
And I also would say that the penalty on Mark Stoops, I know they converted it there on the, fourth and 30, whatever, but that was a stupid penalty. That was a penalty of a coach, I think, that was very frustrated with his defense, frustrated, obviously, with the officiating on the missed face mask, but you cannot do that. I mean, he almost ended the game himself, and
absolutely.
There's no excuse for that.
It's like Coach Knott throwing a chair across. What are you doing? It's like, just get over here. I know you're mad, but yell at one of your players or something.
Or a Tennessee fan throwing that mustard bottle.
Yeah, that's right.
Josh, what did you see from Hendon that allowed him to be so successful tonight? And that sequence right before halftime where you were able to get the ball at 2 every time and get that field goal, which proved to be the difference tonight. Just what did you see there that led to that execution?
For him, he's continued to grow in understanding of what we're doing. He sees and recognizes defense is continuing to get better at that. So he's in the right spot to make the right decisions. He's taking care of the football, doing a good job escaping the pocket when things break down. We took a couple of sacks in the later part of the game that hurt us, took points off the board, but that really wasn't him. There was just nowhere for him to get out of it. Super efficient. We trust him with the football. The sequence right before half was a huge sequence. Defense getting a stop on fourth down, us doing some things to get into field goal range and then hitting it. Highly efficient pass protection, throwing it and catching it, and then Chase draining a big kick there.
Josh, you had 150 yards in your first 4 plays. Is that just something that y'all saw? Y'all saw the potential for that y'all been starting game that way?
I don't know if we thought those 4 plays would gain that type of yardage. There's some things that we thought we could take advantage of. Really high level of execution from guys without the ball in their hands allowed those big plays to happen. Our third series has some big plays too, and we end up fumbling the football. When it was going really well, I thought, up front in particular, we recognized we blocked things extremely well. At times, in particular on some pass pro, we got beat interiorly at times.
Yeah, following up on that, your defense was on the field a whole lot, but your defense had more stops in the fourth quarter than they did in the first half. What does that say for your defense if they played their best when they shouldn't be tired?
I think just the competitive nature, the competitive composure too, their demeanor, whether something positive or negative happened on the previous drive, their ability to come back over and just kind of reset. Something we talk about, you try to train, but man, for them to do it in this moment against a really good football team on the road speaks to who they are and what they are becoming as a unit. And really proud of the way they finished the ball game. Rather not give up the fourth and extra long right there, but I love their ability to reset and go finish it the next 4 plays.
End of the first half, can you just walk us through some of the decision making there?
Pardon me?
At the end of the first half, when you have the ball and
Yeah, I wish I'd have punted it, huh? That's why I punt normally. But I didn't, but I thought we'd convert, and I thought it was calculated again, the way we were not playing great defense, trying to be aggressive, trying to get some points there at the end of the first half. At the worst case scenario, I wanted to go in 21-21 because we were getting the ball to start the second half and we had been moving the ball very effective. And bad decision.
but the missed face mask call on that last drive and then the penalty against you.
Yeah, really, well, number one, I don't want to say anything about the missed call or any call, whether it was a missed call or not. But for myself, that's still no excuse. I can't do that. I can't put that on our team in that situation. Thank God they bailed me out, because we wouldn't even have ran that play had we not been in that situation. That was only for desperation in that, in that type of play. So we got that back and got back to first down and had our opportunity from there. So I appreciate the team bailing me out on that, but I can't do that. And as far as call or not call, things are going to happen. We have to overcome it and deal with it. And I'm not going to sit here and give any headlines.
How much of the defensive struggles were caused by Tennessee's tempo?
I think it's definitely a factor. With that, the way they go so fast that it's extremely difficult to get any type of different style, different calls in, and it goes so fast that you really got to be. You really got to be lined up, locked in, and getting the calls, and then executing them. But then you have to win. You have to win because they have good balance as well. They're gonna run it and run it effectively, but then put you in those one-on-one situations outside. And I knew they were going to hit some, but we have to win some more. We have to win our fair share of one-on-ones.
In the run